The Circuit's Gambit, Lessons from Isaac Asimov's Galley Slave in the Age of AI Artistry. In the labyrinth of modern creativity, where every artist is a Theseus seeking the minotaur of originality, we find ourselves armed with a ball of thread woven not from flax but from binary code. The contemporary artist navigates a maze where the walls are painted with the brushstrokes of artificial intelligence, and the echoes of Isaac Asimov's Galley Slave reverberate off the corridors, whispering of a time when creativity and machine were first entwined in an awkward embrace. Today's creative landscape is an array of AI-generated content, from the eerily lifelike images of people who never existed to the symphonies composed by algorithms that can't distinguish Beethoven from a Beatles cover band. The artistic community stands divided, with one camp heralding the dawn of a new renaissance. At the same time, the other mourns the loss of the human touch. It's a tale of two cities, one built on silicon foundations, the other insisting that the soul of art can never be digitized. Enter the specter of copyright, looming like a modern-day Leviathan over the waters of creation. In its infinite jest, the AI churns out novels, paintings, and melodies, leaving us to ponder the authorship of such works. Is the programmer of the algorithm the de facto artist, or does the credit belong to the machine itself? It's a legal conundrum that would have made Kafka chuckle in his grave as we grapple with the notion of ownership in a realm where the creator is a creation itself. Asimov's Galley Slave presents us with the robot EZ-27, affectionately dubbed Easy, who finds itself in the dock, accused of the high crime of literary butchery. The story is a microcosm of our current predicament. Easy was designed to edit manuscripts with an unerring eye for grammatical perfection. Yet, when faced with human prose's subjective and often messy beauty, it faltered. The robot's trial becomes a proxy for our own uncertainties about the role of AI in creative industries. It's a courtroom drama where the witnesses are our own fears and hopes for the future of art. The tale raises questions that resonate with uncomfortable familiarity. What happens when the editor, traditionally the unsung hero working in the shadows to polish a writer's rough diamond, becomes a machine? Does the diamond lose its luster when the human touch is replaced by the cold precision of algorithms? Asimov's narrative forces us to confront these questions, even as we chuckle at the absurdity of a robot on a witness stand, swearing on a manual of operations, to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. As we ponder Easy's fate, we must also consider the fate of our creative endeavors. The AI tools at our disposal are double-edged swords, offering us the seductive power of efficiency and the perilous possibility of homogenization. The artist's journey is one of constant evolution, and as we evolve with these tools, we must be wary of becoming Icarus, flying too close to the sun with wings made not of feathers and wax but of data and code. Asimov's robots, those paragons of positronic brains and metallic sinew, often found themselves at the crux of human dilemmas, their existence a mirror to our quandaries. Take, for instance, the endearing Robbie from Asimov's earlier works, a nursemaid robot whose sole purpose was to protect and entertain the young. In Robbie, we see the innocence of machine intelligence, a stark contrast to the complex editorial decisions of Easy and Galley Slave. Yet, both robots are bound by the same immutable three laws, which, in their rigidity, fail to account for the nuances of human emotion and the capricious nature of creativity. This juxtaposition of the simple and the complex within Asimov's robotic lore is a reflection of our current state of affairs with AI. On the one hand, we have algorithms that can play chess, diagnose diseases, and navigate cars with superhuman precision. On the other, we have AI attempting to engage in the profoundly human act of creating art, an endeavor that has always been as much about the journey as the destination. The chess-playing AI does not reveal the beauty of a well-executed gambit, nor does the diagnostic algorithm empathize with the patient. Similarly, the AI artist does not bask in the agony and ecstasy of creation, it simply processes data and produces output. The question then becomes, what is lost when the process is devoid of experience? Asimov's robots may have been able to simulate understanding and even emotion, but they were never able to experience these things as humans do. The stories remind us that the essence of art lies not in the final product but in the lived experiences that inform it. A painter's brush strokes are not just pigment on canvas, they are the culmination of a lifetime of emotion, observation, and technique. In the realm of writing, where the interplay of words can convey the deepest of human experiences, the introduction of AI presents a peculiar challenge. The AI writer, devoid of life experiences, relies on an ocean of data to draw its narratives. It can mimic styles and genres, but can it truly capture the human condition? Can it understand the weight of sorrow or the lightness of joy? Asimov's robots, for all their sophistication, were never intended to replace humans but to augment and serve them. As we lean increasingly on AI to generate content, we must ask ourselves whether we are creating a new art form or merely replicating the old more efficiently. The stories of Asimov's robots, from Robbie to Easy, serve as cautionary tales, reminding us that the heart of creativity beats not in the rhythm of binary code but in the messy, imperfect rhythm of the human heart. And so, as we forge ahead in this brave new world of AI-assisted creation, we must remain vigilant. We must ensure that the tools we create serve not to diminish our humanity but amplify human expression's breadth and depth. In the end, it is not the efficiency of the algorithm but the imperfection of the human touch that makes art resonate with each of us. Amidst the cacophony of the digital age, where every tweet and click forms the symphony of the zeitgeist, the artist stands at the crossroads of obsolescence and transcendence. Asimov's tales, from the metallic heartbeats of his robot series to the cosmic expanses of his Foundation saga, have always nudged us to ponder humanity's role in the tapestry of the universe. His robots, constrained by the three laws, are but actors on a stage set by human design, their narratives confined by the parameters we impose. This interplay between creator and creation is mirrored in the current landscape, where AI, the brainchild of human ingenuity, now casts a long shadow over its creators. The algorithms that generate text, compose music, and create art are bound by the data they are fed, data that is inherently human in its origin. The AI artist is a vessel, filled with the collective consciousness of society, regurgitating and remixing the vast expanse of human culture into something that resembles originality. Yet, what is originality but a mosaic of influence and inspiration? The AI's output is often criticized for lacking soul, but perhaps we perceive as soul simply the familiarity of human frailty in the echoes of our collective history. Asimov's robots may not have been capable of original thought, but they were masters of adaptation, their actions a reflection of the human condition. In the dance of creation, the AI serves as a mirror, reflecting our artistic aspirations and biases, errors, and limitations. The AI-generated novel may follow the structure of a bestseller, but it cannot know the taste of the tears shed by the author in the throes of writing. The AI-painted portrait may mimic the strokes of a master, but it cannot feel the bristle of the brush against canvas, the smell of oil paint, or the frustration of a vision not entirely realized. As we employ AI in our quest for artistic expression, we must not forget that art is not just about the end product but about the process, the human process. The value of art lies in its ability to connect with us on a visceral level, to evoke a response that is as unique as the individual experiencing it. The stories of Asimov's robots, from the humble Robbie to the sophisticated Easy, remind us that the essence of humanity cannot be programmed or quantified. The challenge, then, is to harness the power of AI without becoming subservient to it, to use it as a tool without losing ourselves in the process. As we continue to explore the potential of AI in the realm of creativity, we must do so with a sense of humility and a recognition of the intrinsic value of the human touch. For it is in the melding of human and machine that the future of art will be written, not in code, but in the stories we tell and the experiences we share. The narrative of AI in art is not a soliloquy but a dialogue, an exchange that requires us to listen as much as we speak. While a solace to the technologically enamored, Asimov's robotic chronicles also serve as a subtle indictment of our eagerness to cede the wheel to our creations. The robots, from the dutiful Daniil to the meticulous Giscard, were never mere automatons, they were reflections of us, imbued with our virtues, vices, foresight, and myopia. In this reflection, we find the crux of our contemporary dilemma. The AI we use to paint our portraits and write our poems is an entity that knows us better than we know ourselves. It sifts through the detritus of our digital footprints, gleaning what it means to be human from the data we leave behind. Yet, in this extraction, there is a loss, a diminution of the intangible qualities that define the human experience. The AI-generated art piece may strike the eye, but does it touch the soul? Can the algorithmic composer, with its database of harmonies and cadences, capture the sorrow behind a minor key or the joy in a rising crescendo? Asimov's robots were bound by logic, but they were also a canvas upon which he projected the complexities of human morality. They were never just machines, they were vessels for storytelling and exploring the ethical mazes we navigate in our quest for progress. As we integrate AI into our creative arsenal, we must be mindful of what we can gain and might lose. The machine's efficiency is alluring, but the chaos of human creativity is beautiful. True art often finds its voice in the unexpected, the unplanned, the serendipitous. The brush that slips, the pen that blots, and the note that falls flat are imperfections that give character to our creations. They are the signatures of the human hand, the evidence of our part in the act of creation. Asimov's stories serve as a reminder that the value of art is not in its perfection but in its ability to convey meaning, to resonate with the individual on a personal level. The robots in his tales are not just machines but the bearers of lessons, the carriers of the torch of human curiosity and creativity. They challenge us to look beyond the surface, to see the art not as a product of circuitry but as a conduit for human expression. Ultimately, the question is not whether AI can create art but whether the art it creates can sustain the human spirit and continue to tell the stories that matter to us. As we move forward, hand in hand with our digital counterparts, we must ensure that the art we create, whether by human or machine, remains a testament to the depth and breadth of the human experience. For it is in the sharing of our stories, with all their flaws and idiosyncrasies, that we find our common humanity. The tapestry of human culture is woven with threads of innovation and tradition, a delicate balance that is constantly being renegotiated in the face of technological advancement. With their positronic brains, Asimov's robots were at the forefront of this negotiation, agents of change in a world apprehensive about the future. They were pioneers in a frontier we now inhabit, where the digital and the organic intertwine in an intricate dance of creation and interpretation. In this dance, AI has become both the music and the dancer, a dual presence that is as beguiling as it is disconcerting. The algorithms that generate content are like the Pied Pipers of Hamelin, leading us away from the familiar terrains of individual creativity into the uncharted realms of collective production. The AI does not tire, falter, or suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. It simply creates, unfettered by the emotional and physical constraints that define the human condition. Yet, in this relentless march of progress, there is a whisper of resistance, a reminder that the value of art lies not in its quantity but in its quality, not in its ability to mimic but in its capacity to move. Asimov's robots were never just tools, they were characters, each with their own story and role to play in the grand narrative of humanity. They were not replacements for humans, they were extensions, embodiments of our desires and fears, hopes and dreams. As we continue exploring AI's potential in the arts, we must hold on to this perspective. The AI-generated novel, the computer-composed symphony, and the digitally painted masterpiece are not just feats of programming, they are invitations to a dialogue, a conversation about what it means to be human in an age of machines. They compel us to ask whether the stories we cherish, the music that stirs us, and the images that haunt us can be born from the sterile womb of an algorithm. The answer lies not in the machine's output but in the creator's hearts. Art is a reflection of the artist, and if the artist is a machine, then what does it reflect? Asimov's robots, for all their artificiality, were imbued with a sense of humanity because they were created by a human, a storyteller who understood the power of empathy, the importance of connection, and the indispensability of the human element. In the final analysis, the role of AI in art is not to supplant the human artist but to challenge them, to push the boundaries of what is possible, and to expand the canvas upon which we paint the human experience. As we stand at the confluence of art and technology, we must choose the path that leads not to a diminution of our humanity but to its amplification. We must use the tools at our disposal to deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. And so, we reach the end of our exploration, not with a conclusion but with an invitation to continue the journey. Asimov's robots, from the humblest of service units to the most sophisticated of galactic citizens, were always more than the sum of their parts. They were ideas, challenges, provocations. They were, in their own way, artists contributing to the grand mosaic of human culture. As we create with AI, let us remember that we are not just programmers and users, we are artists and storytellers, shaping the narrative of our time for future generations. Thanks for stopping by.